Hi, welcome to SBF Forum Videos. I'm Peter Loshak. This is the Pete's Premium Parlay Show for NFL Week 10, College Football Week 11. Right now we're going to do College Football Week 11. I'm not getting that many picks from the professional handicappers. So most of this information comes a little bit from them, a lot from what Brent tells me is a sharp action, and then my own handicapping. I'm actually have a great long-term track record in totals in college football, so I'm not worried about putting them in these parlays, but it mostly comes from Brent's sharp action and my own capping, and a little bit from what I talk about with the cappers. All right, first off, Troy. We previewed Notre Dame Pitt. Troy said he liked Notre Dame -5. I disagree with that. I still disagree with that. I looked at Dr. Bob's site. Dr. Bob likes Pitt. It's now down to 3. I actually considered putting Pitt in the parlay. If they had been, maybe 6 or so, I might have gone with them. But now they're down to 3 at BetDSI, so I'm not going to include it. Troy also likes Alabama -11.5, and that's actually by Dr. Bob also at his site gave a very small lean on Alabama as well. But I'm not going to include that in the parlay. And I am going to include one game, though, with Troy, Missouri-Kentucky, right? We previewed that game. I gave the opinion. I said, man, this line just doesn't quite look high enough. That's also what Troy liked. Troy liked Missouri -14. I like Missouri -14. And then talked to Brent from BetDSI, and he told me the Sharps did take Missouri at 13 and 13.5. So that will be one of the plays in the parlay for sure. Troy likes it. I like it. Sharps took it, and that's good enough for me. Then, all right, let's get on to some of the other sides that Brent said were sharp. Marshall, 22.5 and 23.5 was a sharp side, and, I agreed with that myself. I bet it very small initially. Now it's -24. Close. Could put it in, but I'm going to pass on it. And Nevada, Colorado State over was also supposedly a sharp side, according to Brent, 63.5. Now it's all the way up to 65.5. Probably still a little bit of value there, but I'm not going to include it. And he also said Utah State. A few weeks ago, he also said that the Sharps were on Utah State, I think over Hawaii, and that was obviously a sharp side. And he says they're at it again this week. 12, 13, and 13.5 were all sharp sides. All took sharp action at BetDSI. Now it's all the way up to 14.5, and I almost put that in at -14, -120. UNLV though, they're kind of one of those teams that's playing a little bit above their head this year. They went and they beat Nevada on the road. So, Utah State on the road, 14.5, I decided to pass. But the Sharps are on it, and it's probably the right side. He also told me that Arkansas State, Louisiana Monroe over was a sharp side. They took 55.5 and 56. Now it's back down to 55.5. So I'm not sure what's up there. Probably the right side, but Arkansas State hasn't really been scoring that much recently, so I'm going to pass on that. But the Sharps do like the over in that one. And then he also said that North Carolina -13 was also a sharp side, and that's it's now 13.5. I didn't include the side, but that does sort of support one of the picks that I liked. I liked the UNC over. I liked it when it opened at 51, 51.5. Now it's 52.5. And I think that, if the Sharps are playing UNC -13, that means we're probably going to see, a reasonably, moderately high-scoring game. 52.5, still a low total. That's available right now at BetDSI. The total might be a little bit low because North Carolina lost their starting QB, but Marquise Williams is going to be a replacement. He's one of those running dual threat kind of guys, and he might be able to. We might see a surprisingly explosive offensive performance from UNC, and UNC's defense. It's been a lot better recently, but it's still not a great unit overall. So that's going to be my second pick, over 52.5. Then the other 3 are all also totals and all overs. One of them, San Diego State, San Jose State, over 55.5. Now, someone already posted at SBR, what's up with this total? It seems a little bit low. It does. San Diego State is probably going to have problems dealing with San Jose State's pro-style offense. The only thing that makes me nervous is that the line is suspiciously low. I'm not exactly sure why, but, both should be able to put up 27. One could easily get into the mid-30s. I'll take the over 55.5. Again, not exact. I can't quite answer why the line is where it is. Whenever you see a line that's off, you want to at least be able to answer it somewhat, a little bit. I don't know. Over 55.5 is my second pick. Then I'm also going to take UCLA, Arizona. I liked it when it was, 55, 55.5, wherever it was. Now it's 57 at DSI. That's the line I'm going to have to use in the parlay, but I still like it there. And of course, this is a revenge game for Arizona, right? They got crushed last year, 66-10. So, Arizona's probably going to want to respond with a big offensive performance themselves. We all know what UCLA can do with Hundley at quarterback. 57, not a huge total. I'll take that one on the over. And then the fifth pick is going to be Texas Tech, Kansas State over 59.5. Now, this one, the only thing that makes me a little bit nervous is if it was a really good side, it might have gone up into the 60s. We might have seen like 62 or something, and it actually hasn't moved that I've seen since opening. So that makes me a little bit nervous. Why haven't the Sharps taken it? Maybe they'll take it on game day or something. Maybe they're waiting for some kind of information. But, we know what Texas Tech can do. Kansas State has two quarterbacks, and they're kind of getting into a groove now. Texas Tech's defense is going to be missing 4 starters, and, their defense wasn't that great to begin with. You look at their final scores recently, a lot of, games in the 60s against, like, Oklahoma. We saw Oklahoma couldn't do anything against Baylor on Thursday. So I think that 59.5, it's low enough for me to want to include it in the parlay. So those are the 5 picks. Missouri minus 14. Arizona, UCLA over 57, North Carolina, Virginia over 52.5, Texas Tech over 59.5, and San Jose State, San Diego State over 55.5. And those are 5 teams. I'm going to do a $20 round robin of 4 teamers, and that comes to $100 risk to win $1,228 if all of them win. And if only 4 win, it'll still pay $165 profit. So that's my Pete's Premium Parlay for college football week 11. Thanks for tuning in.